Time travel has captivated audiences for decades, being one of the most interesting concepts used in cinema. Traveling through time can be a powerful storytelling tool that can be used to explore a wide range of topics, such as morality, adventure, romance, and the consequences of one's choices. With it, complex stories can be created. Stories that go beyond chronological order, often blurring the boundaries between past, present, and future. With its breakthrough release in 1985, Back to the Future transformed the time travel genre and speeded to fame with 88 miles per hour. Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale combined science fiction, comedy, and adventure to create a beautiful and intriguing story. Back to the Future introduces us to Marty McFly, an ordinary yet endearing teenager, played by Michael J. Fox, and the genius Dr. Emmett Doc Brown, played by Christopher Lloyd. Together, they embark on a time-bending journey that goes beyond the boundaries of space and time, propelled by the iconic DeLorean time machine. The Back to the Future trilogy, for me, it's something special, because those are some of the movies that made me fall in love with cinema. Even though I haven't seen the movies when they came out, not even being born then, I've seen them at the right time, when I was 16 years old, a young kid with a lot of dreams. While Back to the Future showed me that through cinema, anything can be possible. And even now, escaping in this universe by watching those movies can be something magical. The first movie stood out for its original narrative. It is a beautiful mixture of heart and humor that tells a gripping story of faith, family, and friendship, all against the backdrop of traveling through time. It also offered viewers a new take on the time travel concept by bypassing the intricate scientific justifications that are sometimes connected to the genre in favor of a more approachable and enjoyable take. Looking at the evolution of time travel in movies since Back to the Future reveals an interesting path full of shifts in narrative approach, explored themes, and technological advancement. The genre's evolution from the light-hearted yet inventive 1985 movie to the more complex and thought-provoking stories that have emerged in modern film highlights the genre's enduring appeal and its ability to both reflect and challenge our understanding of time. Back to the Future is a really good movie, some even calling it a perfect one, and I'm talking here about people like Quentin Tarantino. It proved that science fiction movies can be real cinema by telling a captivating, well-paced, intricate, and genuinely beautiful story. It makes you care for its characters by directly showing their development on screen. It immerses you in its well-put-together universe, and all of this while evoking a wide range of emotional response from the audience. Time travel in the Back to the Future trilogy serves as the central premise around which the entire story revolves. The mechanisms used are creative and well executed, raising the bar for how temporal manipulation can be shown on screen. With the help of the iconic flux capacitor and plutonium-powered engine of the DeLorean time machine, Marty travels through time to experience the past, present, and future, this journey having some big consequences. The trilogy uses multiple principles and paradoxes to tell the story, all of those representing ways in which the story moves forward. The first movie, for example, introduces the idea of the ripple effect, which states that decisions taken into the past have a lasting impact on the present and the future. Marty's contact with his parents in 1955 is a very good example of this principle. His actions, like making his father the hero of the day, unintentionally changes the future and have a number of unexpected effects in 1985, the year from which he traveled back in time. Parallel timelines in which multiple pathways coexist at the same time are also present here. The best example of this is in Back to the Future Part 2, where Marty visits a dystopian dark 1985 created by the alterations made to the past. The sports almanac that was brought back to the past made Biff rich in this timeline and also created a number of other odd changes. That sports almanac actually directs us to one of the paradoxes used in those movies, the bootstrap paradox. Old Biff from 2015 traveled back into the past to give his younger self the almanac with which he changed the future. Similar to this, some other time travel paradoxes are found in those movies. For example, the grandfather paradox, represented by the changes Marty makes into the past that directly affects his existence. Some other example can be the butterfly effect, which states that even the slightest change into the past would lead to an unrecognizable future, kind of like a chain reaction. Time travel is used as a way of developing the character of Marty, his arc spanning through all three movies. He starts off as a little more than a carefree teenager and becomes a more well-rounded and reasonable person by the end, having learned some important lessons about friendship, family, and acceptance. This trilogy have left its mark on cinema, establishing themes and tropes that still influences the time travel genre today. It laid the groundwork for modern films. Back to the Future, as we just saw, is a blend between science fiction, humor, and adventure. The same formula was used by other films with the hope of having the same effect on audiences. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and The Hot Tub Time Machine are good examples, both adding humorous aspects and likable character to their time travel stories. Back to the Future demonstrated the importance of character-driven storytelling, emphasizing the personal journeys and growth of his character alongside the plot of the movie. This emphasis on character development and emotional depth have since been echoed in films like About Time from 2013 and The Time Traveler's Wife from 2009, which prioritize human relationships within the context of time travel. If we think about it, the popularity of Marty and Doc Brown helped revive the time travel genre. Before '85, the most notable movies from the genre are The Time Machine from 1960, Time Bandits from '81, and Terminator from '84. But neither of them have popularized the genre as Back to the Future did. It paved way to movies like Groundhog Day, 12 Monkeys, The Butterfly Effect, and so many more. Let's actually take two very different movies that use the concept of time travel as a central premise that also took influences from Back to the Future. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, that I just mentioned, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure takes a playful and irrelevant approach to the time travel idea. Terminator 2 takes a darker and more action-packed approach. In Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves play the title characters, Bill as Preston and Ted Theodore Long, who traveled through time to collect historical personalities for their high school history presentation. Bill and Ted use a phone booth as a time machine to travel through various eras of history, meeting people including Socrates, Napoleon, and Abraham Lincoln. The movie distinguishes itself from the more sober entries in this genre, with its humorous tone and whimsical take on time travel. This movie offers viewers a humorous and enjoyable historical journey, rather than delving into intricate time mechanisms. James Cameron's Terminator 2 Judgment Day, on the other hand, approaches time travel in a much darker and action-packed manner. Expanding the idea presented in the first Terminator movie, Terminator 2 presents the idea of an Arnold Schwarzenegger-voiced cyborg assassin, the T-800, being sent back in time to defend John Connor against a more sophisticated model, the T-1000. Multiple timelines and paradoxes play a significant role in determining the fates of the individuals in this movie, which features a time travel narrative carefully woven into its dystopian future scenario. In contrast to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which is a light-hearted experience, Terminator 2 delves into themes of fate, identity, and the human condition while presenting a gripping action thriller. Both films show how versatile time travel is as a narrative technique, accommodating a wide range of storytelling styles and genre, despite their differences in tone and thematic focus. Time travel continues to captivate audiences and filmmakers alike, presenting countless opportunities of experimentation on the big screen. It can be employed for humorous effect or as a catalyst of tremendous action and drama. Both Terminator 2 Judgment Day and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure offer distinctive takes on time travel in movies, each adding or departing from the themes set by Back to the Future in really interesting ways. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure took a very different approach than Back to the Future, going all out for the humorous and the relevant aspects of time travel. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure takes a more carefree and whimsical approach, using time travel as a vehicle for entertainment and absurdity, whereas Back to the Future depicted time travel as a high-stakes adventure with moral and ethical consequences. The main characters of the movie, Bill and Ted, are portrayed as charming but foolish slackers who make hilarious mistakes as they make their way through history and come across famous people. This movie was able to establish a unique identity in the time travel genre by departing from the more sober tone of the Back to the Future trilogy and appealing to viewers with its irreverent humor and contagious charm. However, Terminator 2 Judgment Day takes a darker and more action-packed approach to time travel, departing from the light-hearted approach of Back to the Future. In the setting of a time-traveling adventure, Back to the Future examined themes of family, destiny, and individual accountability. In contrast, Terminator 2 examined the same themes against the backdrop of a dystopian future. The storyline of the movie relies heavily on time travel, with a number of parallel universes and paradoxes advancing the story. In contrast to the very simple time travel theories of Back to the Future, Terminator 2 presents more intricate ideas like causality loops and the predestination dilemma, pushing viewers to consider the ramifications of changing the past in order to influence the future. Both movies expand upon the themes set by Back to the Future in distinctive ways. Terminator 2 Judgment Day explored darker themes and introduced more complex time travel mechanisms, pushing the boundaries of the genre in new and exciting directions. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure embraced the comedic potential of time travel and diverged from the more serious-minded tone of its predecessor. Time travel has been portrayed on screen in a more diverse and complex manner, incorporating a wide range of subjects and storytelling approaches. A notable development in this direction are intricate, thought-provoking tales that go beyond conventional narrative. Filmmakers have embraced fractured narratives and non-linear storytelling in order to examine the complexities of time travel and how it affects the plot and characters. Movies like Primer and Predestination are prime examples of this tendency. They provide audiences engaging, challenging stories that reward repeated viewings with fresh perspectives and discoveries. Movies like Inception and Tenet employ state-of-the-art methods to illustrate the complexity of time and space, pushing the limits of visual storytelling. Primer, Looper, and Tenet are notable instances of inventive approaches to time travel in film, each providing distinctive perspectives on temporal manipulation and testing viewers' comprehension with intricate storyline and provocative ideas. Primer centers on a group of engineers who unintentionally finds a way to travel across time and get entangled in a complex web of paranoia. This movie stands out for its painstaking attention to detail and refusal to lead the viewer through its intricate plot. Rather, the movie encourages spectators to actively participate by asking them to watch it again and carefully consider how to piece together its story. The time travel movie Looper combines elements of neo-noir, crime drama, and science fiction with an action-packed plot. Set in a dystopian future when criminal groups employ time travel to eliminate their targets, the movie centers on Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, a hitman tasked with killing targets who are transported back in time. But he's forced to face the implication of his deeds and the paradoxes of time travel when his future self becomes his next target. Looper stands out for its creative interpretation of the idea of self-fulfilling prophecies, as well as its examination on morality and identity. The ambitious and spectacular film Tenet stretches the frontiers of time travel storytelling with its depiction of inversion, the idea that people and objects travel backward in time. The movie centers on John David Washington's character, simply referred to as the protagonist, as he makes his way through a world of international intrigue and espionage where time itself is used as a weapon. Tenet is well known for its mind-bending storytelling and action scenes. The story is presented in a non-linear format, making it difficult for viewers to put together the story in real time. With the use of realism stunts and state-of-the-art visual effects, Tenet transports spectators in a universe in which time is pliable and flexible, and the laws of physics are subverted. Now, as we can see, from 1985 to present day, the time travel genre has changed a lot, but the foundation of all those movies are still the concepts presented in the Back to the Future trilogy. To sum everything up, the development of time travel in movies since the debut of Back to the Future demonstrates a dynamic and multi-dimensional storytelling style that is distinguished by technological advancement, a diversity of viewpoints, and thematic exploration. Time travel is portrayed on screen in a compelling way, enticing viewers to take exciting trips through the wonders of space and time. Thank you very much for sticking around up until the end of the video. If you liked it, please leave a like. Comment below with your opinion on Back to the Future and time travel in cinema. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one that are about to come. I'm George, and up until next time, enjoy watching movies.